we've just welcomed hell. We welcome ourselves to hell. We have a bulldog, we have an American bully, we have a Borble, and we have a Rottweiler. Bulldogs have a defensive mechanism. Your blockhead breeds are going to be more responsive. Now the Rottweiler knows who he is above everything. And he's already losing his crap, trying to let you know, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now let's get to an American bully. He's both motivated and a punk. Two extremes. Now, let's get to the Borble. From my understanding, they're guardian breeds who are super people driven, unfortunately. Guardian. Guys, the Dog Father back with some information on how you can manage 4 different breeds in your home. Now, if you know about our house, we've just welcomed hell. We welcome ourselves to hell. We have a bulldog, we have an American bully, we have a Borble, and we have a Rottweiler. All different breeds, each one with their own unique ability and problems. How do you prevent problems becoming major problems? Parenting, 101. And there goes that baby that's hollering right now. He needs to put a diaper on. He might need some food to help him be quiet, maybe a little milk and some bread, something to keep him calm, but he ain't gonna stop because he's so human driven. So instead of allowing him to be out here where people are, we just gotta get him used to being in the crate. Nothing's gonna change that until he gets okay with like chilling. And mind you, he's literally been out since 8 this morning. We just brought him in at 4. He has a whole section of the house to himself, outdoors, where he can kind of chill and get some in. I said, dang, bro, he been out all day. Now, you have a bulldog. Shout out to Chris Moore. Chris Moore walked us through. Bulldogs have a defensive mechanism. With the dog who's a little bit defensive, you're gonna have to build his confidence up. The irony is, Joker went from being leery to take off. He's jumping in water now, he's chasing cars, he's flirt poling. He tried to hang from the rope the other day and bit his tongue because it hangs out. You go, wow, I might have done that too good. But the dog no longer is carrying fear, because if you overcorrect in the early stages, you could create fear, which makes you have to repurpose, everything the dog is and everything is not. So let's get perspective here. I normally don't put a prong collar on or any corrective stuff for some time. Your blockhead breeds are going to be more responsive and even more importantly capable of dealing with corrections. Not too early though. Once we saw we couldn't correct him with the slight snag on the leash, I had to put the prong collar on. Now he didn't like the prong collar, as you saw in the video. He starts losing his crap. Take him out on the leash the other day, walking. He doesn't have any equipment on right now, just his collar. He goes to chase after cars, I go, boom, I pop the collar. He wants to turn around and try to bite at the collar. And I'm like, you gonna have me acting my color out here in front of all these nice white people. But I stay calm. And we cut our walk in half. I have to cut it in half because I'm not seeing a huge difference, but he can take correction. But he still wants to put on the leash. Again, shout out to Kaizen, because that little class they got is keeping that Joker safe, literally. No pun intended. If you're dealing with a bulldog breed, they're gonna be bullheaded, do stupid things, get into things. They're gonna be motivated, potentially start fights. One of the things I would encourage you to do is train them, especially in a house where there's gonna be domineering breeds. 2 breeds that are super dominating, motivating, or your Rottweiler and your Borble. Now the Rottweiler knows who he is above everything. So he comes in and he's already losing his crap, trying to let you know, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And Boogie's already barking at the crate. You walk near his food, he's losing his stuff. He's hitting the corner of this thing and flipping out. I'm like, uh-oh. Now what do you think happens when Boogeyman's 115 pounds, 120, he's 10 months from now, and I don't have control of him? We have a problem. We have a problem, people. So I have to go through extensive development specific to me and him communicating, so he knows what I say goes. Otherwise, he will act out. He will be more stubborn than he should. He will be hard-headed. He will hurt one of these dogs. And then if him and, we'll say, go get the big guy, aka Mowgli, get into it, my God, it'd be like Armageddon in this booger. And we don't want no trouble. So when you have a Rottweiler who is, again, highly motivated working breed that was designed to protect, guard, and lead come into a house with the bulldog who's a little defensive, but the bulldog, he liable to bite the back of your leg, be like, I got you. The Rottweiler's like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. You might get one warning, sometimes no warning, and the Rottweiler does what? React. How do you manage reactivity? Well, for one, I've got to put the Rottweiler in tons of situations so that a year from now, without other dogs around, I can vouch and say, he's safe, we're all safe. Or, hey, don't do that. Now let's get to an American Bully. I actually bred Maestro, so I know what we're getting here. He's both motivated and a punk. Two extremes. The soft side of him come from his mama. The strong side of him come from his father. The irony is he cowers like his mother, but when it comes to other dogs or prey, he's like this. I said, isn't the irony here? Now the dog, super people driven, wants to please, only wants to be told something once. He's not going to be the dog who starts a fight. He will be the one who gets hurt in the fight because he didn't even know y'all was fighting. He's going to be playful, apprehensive, not fearful, he's not afraid. Apprehensive, but even more importantly, he's an overthinker. So while he's playing, he's taking nothing serious unless there's food on the plate or in the bowl. Now you have a problem because he does not play with food. So the one time you will get hurt is if you approached him and it's food related. But he's non-reactive to things. He's responsive like his father would be. Now, ego, he might start a little something. He's gonna see what's going on, how you doing, and chest, he gonna check pump. He gonna check. Oh, okay, he cool trail. He ain't gonna do nothing. Maestro, he'll stand back, sniff, posture up, but that look in his face is he's unsure what's happening. There's no uncertainty about his father. There's no uncertainty about Zara. Zara's wishing you would. It's a whole nother thing. Now, let's get to the Borble. From my understanding, they're guardian breeds who are super people driven, unfortunately. Guardian-like. And if you get it from the right breeder, they're going to protect you at all cost. So what do you do if or when a fight breaks out and your Borble is unsure of his own strength because you didn't get him in control? But now you have a 170 to 150 to 200 pound dog, and most people don't move that much weight, especially when it's like biting your behind. So now how do you get a dog who's hurting another dog because he'll be the biggest dog in his house off of the other dog? One-on-one personal development, people. So now I have to watch in settings. Get this. Once we get to 1 year with every dog, I'll start increasing the time that each dog gets together. So right now, as we get into Maestro and Joker becoming it's kind of like your cousins. Like, hey, the older cousins, because we got the babies and we got the older cousins. They getting through their teenage years. Man, what's how the kids doing? Man, y'all good? We'll bring Maestro and Boogeyman together. Let them play, get them under control together. I'll bring Maestro and Mowgli together. Get them under control. I'll bring Joker and Boogeyman, Joker and Mowgli together. And then when they get to a year, I'll flip-flop this over 30-minute windows to learn how they are engaging and interacting with people and each other. And then I'll work through making sure I can control them both. Raising a house full of random breeds is both dangerous and not for the faint of heart. Especially when you have dogs that have more working lines. That means they're motivated. So every 72 hours, they've got to get out and do something. Otherwise, they become reactive. I always knew Ego needed something to do because he don't run and chase no balls. When he starts running around the yard in circles, you go, hey, look, somebody grab that pillow in there, buddy. He gonna start fights here in a second. He doesn't do that. He has no interest in running whatsoever. He don't want to walk too far, but he'll give you your 2 miles. He'll give you a training. You want a mile out in 2 miles? He's good for it. He don't want to do it. He never had to drag him though. He'll finish. But when he starts hitting laps in the yard, he needs to be stimulated. Otherwise, he starts tearing stuff up, which he's done. Hey, cut it out. So, every dog over the next year, I will be building personal bond with, personal trust with, and learning in situations and scenarios so that I can better the dogs and protect my home from turning into a danger zone. If you have more questions about the breeds in your house, how to bring certain breeds together, how to manage all these breeds. Comment below what you would like to hear more about from a perspective standpoint so you can keep the dog in your home for as long as it's alive. There's nothing worse in my opinion than having to put your dog somewhere, especially one that you paid for, you loved, and you care about, because you couldn't take care of it or manage its behavior. Behavior 101, people. It's a real thing. Do not let a problem at 8 weeks become a problem at a year and 8 weeks. If it was a problem at 8 weeks, it's going to be a bigger problem at a year and 8 weeks, and I assure you, it's way harder to fix a year later. You can prevent it, properly manage it, and take care of the dog effectively if we are attentive to what the dogs are doing. Watch tail sets, watch posturing, watch feeding time, watch how they play together, watch how they communicate, the picture they bark, the excitement, all that stuff. There's so much to watch and so many things not to stress about at the same time, people. That being said, thank you so much for watching. We've got 4 new breeds, which means we've got 4 new problems. Guys, take care of your dogs.